Hey everyone, welcome to the call. I know there's going to be others pop on here in a little bit, and some are going to listen to the recording. So welcome to our new ambassador training. This will be fun. I have some notes that we'll go through. I think there's, I don't know, 9 or 10 points that I like to kind of start everyone out with. So I am Megan Goff, Emerald Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and so glad that you guys are on with me tonight. So we're just going to kind of do a little chit chat about kind of how to get started with a Plexus business. I know that, whoa, baby. He just woke up from his nap right as I was hopping on. So anyways, I know that people come into Plexus with all sorts of different goals, and that's perfectly fine. You do not have to have a goal to go to the top in a year. You know, in my opinion, whatever your goal is, I want to be here in your upline, I'm sure is the same, to support you in whatever goals that you have for your Plexus business. Or maybe you're just curious, like, how do I even work a Plexus business? So that's kind of what we're going to chat about tonight. So Plexus is a network marketing company, and I didn't understand this when I first joined Plexus. I thought, for me, I was just passionate about the products, and so I just wanted to share them with people. And so anyways, there's some tips and tricks to rocking a network marketing business, okay? And honestly, we're all networkers. We all share things that we love. So Plexus is basically just an extension of that, and we're sharing what we love, and we get compensated for it, okay? And there's nothing wrong with getting compensated for something, especially sharing about something that we love. And I know that I've heard the quote, "The network marketing is simply how does that go? Personal growth with a compensation plan." I think that's how it goes. But anyways, it's so true because you grow as a person in a profession like network marketing. So anyways, I want to say, proud of you all that have caught the vision for what this can be. Even if you only see a little teeny tiny glimmer of what this could be for your family, or what it could mean for you as an individual to grow a Plexus business, to grow as a person, to be able to share and help people with life-changing products. Okay, this is going to be kind of just a business-oriented call, but if you have not educated yourself about the products or don't know that much about them, there is so much to learn about the products. Hey Karen, welcome. I wanted to say there is actually a video that I posted on our team page yesterday. I can't remember the gal's name, but anyway, she taught all about gut health and she shared her story. She's a pharmacist. Go and see. That was only supposed to be up till 9 p.m. last night, but go and see if you can listen to that because it was excellent. If you guys have any concern about the products, the integrity of the products, what they're all about, and that kind of thing, definitely go and listen to that, or just go to YouTube. There's some favorite people that I have. We're going to talk about them in a little bit. That's all about the products. So for those of you that just hopped on, I was just saying that this is going to be kind of a business call tonight, like how to work a Plexus business. But oops, here, I'm going to mute you all. There we go. So that way we don't get the feedback. But anyways, the products themselves are really good to research so that you have solid belief in how and why the products work. So Gabriel's going to help me tonight. Hopefully he'll help on this call. So the first thing to do, I'll say the first thing that I have done, and I feel like it's been directly correlated to my success in Plexus, has been prayer. Honestly, Plexus has been a tool for me to minister to a lot of people and to be able to help a lot of people with their health. So the number one thing is to pray. If you see a glimmer of, I wonder if this could be for me, I would just encourage you to pray specifically, if you're the believe-in sort, that God just directs you, or God directs you to people, and that He directs people to you that need these products, and or the business opportunity, because Justin and I shared on the Facebook Live last week how much the business has blessed our family. So anyways, both aspects of this company are phenomenal. So that being said, prayer, number one thing. The next thing is to consider, if you're wanting to work Plexus, no matter what your goal is, consider yourself in Plexus College. Okay, you're going to have to do some work and learn. And the normal 4-year degree, I think the statistic is you end up earning about $30,000 a year after a normal kind of middle of the road, after a 4-year degree. Your career, you know, when you start out is about $30,000. Plexus, doing Plexus for 4 years, there's huge income potential with Plexus. People typically want a quick fix, I've realized, both for finances and for health. And Plexus is not a quick fix for either. Yes, there's been people that have had miraculous, crazy results with the products very, very quickly, and there's people that have done that with the business as well. But as we know, Plexus works from the inside out. So you may not see results for 3, 4, 5 months. For me personally, it took 4 to 6 months. For the business, I grew rather quickly. So the business, honestly, it depends on who joins you and who joins you that wants to work a business. That can determine how fast you'll grow in the business end. So in light of, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but anyways, training on the front end is key. Just investing the time so that you can gain knowledge, belief about the products, belief about the company, belief about like the compensation plan and all those things. So hopefully tonight I will give you the tools so that you guys can kind of get started with that. So if you haven't done so, go to the pinned post on the top of our team page, and there are some specific calls that are super important. That's why I've pinned them there, so that people can do that first when they first join. If you're interested in working the business at all, it's so important to know about Facebook posting and kind of branding yourself. Okay, so those are super important. Another thing is go in my team page and type in high five in the little search bar, and there'll be some graphics and some info pop up about the high five, which is basically the brainchild of Jessica Heffley, our Diamond Upline, and she has 5 things that are super important things to do each day as you're working your Plexus business. So that's a good kind of baseline to know what you need to be doing each day. So the number 2 thing, the number 2 thing is to establish your why. Now, your why can be as narrow or as broad as you want it. For me personally, when I started, my why was to help my health. And then it kind of evolved. And then I wanted to help my family in their health. So if you don't know my story, we were exposed to mold. And so I had a lot of residual health issues from that. So that was my main goal. Then as I started to kind of share a little bit about Plexus, my goal was then to help more people, help other people with their health, help them be able to experience the good health that I have. And understanding the products and knowing how they work, I knew that they could be a blessing to so many people. So establishing your why, because honestly, that will fuel you, that will keep you going, and setting your goals. So setting your month goals. I make goals each month for my Plexus business for, it just keeps you on track. Okay. So that's something I do. And then actually map out a goal. Go your 12-month goal. Where do you want to be next year at this time? If you haven't checked out the little income chart, that might be a good thing to check out just to see, where would I like to be in 1 year? Maybe I'd like to be supplementing our family's income by $1,000. Or maybe for you, it's just like an extra $500. Or you want to get your products paid for. Or maybe you're one of those people that says, you know what, I see a potential with this. I could rock this thing, and I want to be making like replacement income with Plexus. So look at those, set your goals, and then work backwards from that. So if your 12-month goal is, one particular point, then work backwards so that you can kind of get an idea of how you want to progress in those goals. Okay, number 3 is IPA. IPA stands for income producing activity. And income producing activities are they're the kind of the lifeblood of your Plexus business, okay? Plexus doesn't just happen for people. You have to work it. and I'm not going to say that Plexus, like being successful with the business is going to be easy. It's doable, but there's a couple of things. You have to be consistent. You have to be committed. You need to be continually working. Okay, so, and this has to be the culture, and not just for honor roll Plexus people. Okay, the minimum to graduate. So it's really important. There is a training call. If you're interested in wanting to listen to it, it's by Wendy Larson and Kristen Abart, and they talk about daily mode of operation. So it's really, really good. And so that's super important to be focused daily on what you need to be doing in your business. So the first thing is to make a 100 list. And if you already have a 100 list, then go for a 300 list. And honestly, I am learning how to actually download Facebook friends, like your list on your Facebook friends list, onto like an Excel spreadsheet. So that would be super helpful. Or maybe some of you already know how to do that. So that would be a really, really good thing to do, because then you can just download all those people, kind of take out any people on your list that already do Plexus, and then kind of work that way. And so making those lists are super important. Let me see. Now, after you make that list, then you're not going to make the list and then set it on your dresser. You're going to actually make the list and then start messaging people. Okay, that may seem super scary to some of you. Like, what? But all it is, basically what you're doing is you're inviting your friends, your family, people in your network. You may not know them very well, and it's okay. You're basically inviting them to take a look at either Plexus products or the Plexus business. And honestly, you know what I do with my list? I make a top 20, top 25 dream team people that you feel like would either really, that they need the products, or that they really want something more and would benefit from the business, or simply they're successful and they would rock a business like this. So kind of highlighting those people and reaching out to those people first, because you can't imagine how many people I reached out to that didn't join me or kind of even pay attention, I don't think, to me for months. Okay, and so you want to kind of start chatting with those people now. And I'll just say that's something that I started from the very beginning. It was very organic for me. It should not feel like you're selling something, because that's not what you're doing. You're simply sharing what's been a blessing to you, or if you don't have your results yet with Plexus, you're just simply sharing something that you foresee as a big blessing to other people. Okay, always put the focus on others. If we put the focus on us, then I feel like that comes through as not genuine. Okay, so look at it as what's in it for them. How could this be a blessing to them and their circle of influence? Okay. All right. So that's that. So daily, for me personally, on a daily basis, I reach out to between 3 and 20 people a day. It depends on the day and what I'm doing. So I guess on an average, I don't even know what my average is, but I'm constantly chatting with people, networking. Sometimes I am talking to them about Plexus. Sometimes I'm talking to them just on a friendship level, kind of getting to know people. Sometimes I just cold message, okay? But some of you that are just starting, you need to start with your friends, your family, your warm market, people that know you, that love you. Honestly, think of the top 3 people that love you the most and who would support you no matter what. And those are probably the first people you should reach out to and just encourage them. Hey, I'm doing Plexus. The supplements are amazing. I'd love for you to hop in and just try it for 2 months and tell me what you think. Would you be willing to do that? Sign them up as wholesale customers, ambassadors. That way they get the cheapest prices. It's honestly the best deal. There's still a 60-month guarantee for ambassadors, so that's the best deal for them. And also you can gain that first rank in your first month. So totally doable. Your sponsors are to support and help you if you have questions too. So don't be scared to start reaching out to people, even if you don't know all there is to know about the products, because if you don't know, you can just like make a little group message and put your sponsor in, and they can help you answer questions for people. Okay. So number 4, master the art of Facebook posting. Okay. So there's a call on our team page that I referenced a little bit ago that is super important. There's also another call by Carissa Casey called Inspire versus Sell, I believe it is. And she talks a lot about branding and being someone that is followable on Facebook, and also Instagram. If you haven't checked into Instagram, definitely get on Instagram, because it's actually created by the creators of Facebook, and they're linked together. So you can post on Instagram and it'll post to both Facebook and Instagram. You just have to go and make your Facebook posts public, because Instagram does not post them as public. Okay, so you just have to change the setting if it's something that you're comfortable with sharing in a public setting. Okay, so my Plexus posts I set as public. That way people, can follow the hashtags. Okay, that's a big thing in Instagram is hashtagging, because people click on those hashtags and you'll get all sorts of followers, and you can get connected with people. If you hashtag health and wellness, or I don't even know. For me personally, I post about healthy eating, homeschooling, so I'm hashtagging mom of many, large family, crazy. I don't know. I just use a lot of hashtags, because you get followed by more people that way. And as you get a following, then that's a bigger network to pull from, because people potentially can start seeing your face, your Plexus posts. You're chatting about what you like in life, the things that are inspiring to you, the things that you love. Okay, so your non-Plexus posts on Facebook are just as important as Plexus posts. If you want to make sure that you're getting likes and comments. So make sure that you're friends with Plexus people, or ask your Plexus friends to like and comment on your post, so that it bumps it into the news feeds of more people. Okay, so that's super important. Posting consistently is vital for your Plexus business. If you don't post consistently, meaning at least once a day about Plexus, then people kind of think you're half in, half out. Does that make sense? So honestly, I view it as just educating my audience. Like, hey, this is so exciting, because I love learning. The more I learn about what the products do, the more I'm inspired to share with people, because people are sick and people need what we have. Honestly, Plexus is ahead of the game. I know that there's some supplement companies out there, but honestly, Plexus is super simple, super effective, and I feel like it's ahead of the game in light of gut health, because the producers of the products have known how to formulate their products so that they're super effective, and also super simple. I feel like blood sugar is the next big thing. You know how probiotics are kind of all over the commercials and stuff right now? I feel like blood sugar is the next big thing, because people don't realize how crazy jacked up their blood sugars are. They're just going bananas. And then also the rise in diabetes and all these things. We just consume way too much sugar as a culture. And our pancreases are maxed out, or we have insulin resistance and all that stuff. So even if you're not diabetic, there is huge benefit in balancing blood sugar. It'll make your energy soar. It'll help you sleep better. Even eating in a way to balance blood sugar is super crucial. I was doing that even prior to starting Plexus, but Plexus has helped me even more. So anyways, just a little side note. So I listened to a call yesterday. It was absolutely excellent. I'm going to go back and re-listen to it. But the man that was speaking, he's not a Plexus guy. He's just a network marketer that's been super successful. And he said, Facebook is marketing. Okay, so basically Facebook is free advertising. Okay, it doesn't need to be annoying. Make sure that your Plexus posts are very eye-catching, that they're interesting, that they're informative, that they're adding value to other people. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to just put up some kind of cheesy graphic and be like, okay, check, I got my Plexus post in for the day, because you want to basically draw people in with what you're sharing. Okay, so super important there. So this, I guess, just struck a chord with me that posting on Facebook is marketing. And people are doing it even if they're not sharing Plexus. They're marketing themselves. They're marketing what they like, what they love. So prospecting is a different deal. That is where Facebook messages come in, cold contacting, picking up the phone and calling people, even keeping your eyes and ears open as you're out and about. People talk about their health problems. I don't know, I've just met a lot of people when I've been out and about, and I'll share Plexus with them. Like, hey, friend me on Facebook, let's be friends on Facebook. We can chat more. And, it can be just a short interchange. But marketing on Facebook is different than prospecting. And if you only post on Facebook, you're not going to have the degree of success that you want if you don't do the prospecting part. And that sounds so strange, but honestly, it's just basically it's nothing weird. It's basically how you present it. That's huge. Knowing how to present it. And it's basically inviting them to come and look at your opportunity, inviting people to look at your products, because we know we have amazing products, and we have products that are helping people heal from multiple different diseases, which basically have the same root: gut health, inflammation, blood sugar balance, right? So personally messaging those people and inviting them to check it out. Hey, and you know what? It's not going to be for everyone. It's okay. We have to get past the point of feeling rejected if people tell us no thanks. Okay? So it's okay. I've been told no thanks a lot of times. And I've had a lot of people not ever even message me back. So you never know, though, because people are watching your Facebook posts. If they're not messaging you back, it just means they're still thinking about it. Okay. So number 5. YouTube and books. Okay, these are going to be your source of help within your Plexus business. Okay, so a couple of books that were really good would be beneficial for you to order now and start reading. Don't wait until you're gold or senior gold or ruby to start reading these books. Go Pro by Eric Worre, Millionaire by Halftime by Presley Swaggerty, Rock Your Network Marketing Business, I believe it is, by Sarah Robbins. That one's really good. Those are all really quick reads, but really beneficial for your business. And then a couple people to follow on YouTube. Ame Darling, she's a master nutrition therapist. Jennifer Pickett, Jill Werness, and Plexus U. Okay, those are all amazing. Also, the Diamond documentaries, super fun to watch and very inspiring and encouraging. So definitely check those out. Number 6 is learning to network. Use Facebook to your advantage, okay? Some of you are still are brand new, so you're still kind of chatting with all the people that you know in person. I mean, that you know really well. But learn to network inside Facebook. So join some groups. Friend or follow Plexus people, okay? That's going to be helpful. Okay, follow Jules. Find people that you like how they post and imitate them. You don't need to. You can borrow people's posts. That's perfectly fine. But make sure that you are kind of tweaking it to make it your own, or just kind of using this general idea and formulating your own post. Okay, so but it's generally regarded as perfectly fine to copy and paste. Okay, especially good graphics or not even graphics, but good pictures, like good quality photos. That's super important to get good eye-catching photos in there. So, so joining groups, making more friends. Go through your friends list. If you don't have 500 friends, then that should be your goal, your first goal. If you already have 500, then go for 1,000 friends. Okay. So always be adding. 5 new friends a day keeps leads coming my way. So it's basically a numbers thing. You're looking for people that love health and wellness or need health and wellness or are looking for a business opportunity, okay? And you might sift through a lot of different people. A lot of people might say, no, thank you, but that's okay, okay? Because you're going to find some people that love health and wellness, that love Plexus and want to share it with other people. So also, yes, meet new people face-to-face when you're out and about. Learn to meet people. Maybe that's easy for you. For some people like me, I look at my mom and I'm like, how does she do that? Like, she meets people in the elevator. She meets people on vacation. She meets people at Hobby Lobby and invites them for Thanksgiving dinner. Yes, real true story. She is a natural networker. That's just who she is. She loves meeting people. And I keep telling her she needs to work Plexus because she'd be awesome at it. I don't know when she's going to listen to me. Maybe when I go diamond, maybe she'll be like, yeah, maybe I should do it. But she has people in her life, actually, honestly, right now, that need Plexus, and she's going to share it with them. So she's probably going to get started soon. But for other people like me, it's more of a exercise in, I guess, valuing other people enough to go out of my comfort zone, to just strike up a conversation with them. It may not even include Plexus, but just to practice adding value and loving on people. That's what this is about, okay? So, and then follow and learn from successful people. So if you see people being successful in Plexus, follow them. Ask them questions, learn from them, okay? That's what I'm doing. I'm constantly learning. I'm learning from you all. I'm learning from my uplines and my sidelines. It's a total learning curve, okay? Okay, number 7, utilize 3-way chats. We kind of talked about this, Zooms and calls. So, and also I'll add in-person events. So when there is a team call or a Zoom meeting or even a live event, even if it's not sponsored by your team, try and go, because it will change your business. It'll change your mindset. It'll encourage and inspire you. So super important. The very next event there's coming up is Super Saturday. It's for anyone. I think the registration is closed right now because it's already full, but there is an opportunity event. So you can find one local to you and go to that, because it will fuel your belief and fill your Plexus soul. That's kind of what we say. It's kind of like going to church. You know how weekly is a good thing if you are a person of faith to be plugging into a local body of believers, because it feeds your soul. It helps you spiritually. Well, the same idea with Plexus. If you are kind of like a lone soul, what is that? A lone ranger out on an island all by yourself trying to do Plexus, it won't be as effective, because you need community, you need encouragement, you need inspiration, you need to see how other people are doing this, okay, and being successful with it. So super important to plug into those. The 3-way chats are really beneficial, especially if you feel like you need help talking with people. Is saying you're chatting with your best friend, like, and then she asks you a question about the product you're not sure, and you're like, hey, well, let me ask my friend, let me make a little group here, and we'll just chat with her. She'll explain. So that's what we do a lot. I do it even sometimes. I did it with Angie recently. She knows about Juice Plus because she has done it for years. And so I'm like, hey, can you chat with my girl about Juice Plus, because she's wondering the benefits of Juice Plus versus Plexus, and et cetera, et cetera. So we did. I just made a little group. Angie shared her story. We were just chatting, okay? So that third-party validation is super crucial, super important. It helps people. Like if I don't know the answer, it just helps me know how to get people answers, okay, by bringing in someone that's has a different perspective or a broader perspective than me. And number 8 is identify your fears. That's huge in Plexus, okay? So I was really fearful when I started Plexus. I was afraid people were going to think I was trying to sell them something or trying to make money off of them, which is like, to me, that is such a turnoff and so disgusting. And I was like, I do not want people thinking that about me. But I came to a point in a place where I believed in the product so much that I felt like, you know what, I don't care what they think about me, because I know how much of a blessing these products have been to me, and it would be doing people a disservice to not share them with other people. So, and Jessica Heffley's video on fear helped me so much. I listened to it over and over again. And so I would just challenge you, if you are fearful, write down your fears, what you're afraid of, and then flip them around into a positive affirmation, and then start speaking those over your life, over your business, over yourself. Okay, and sometimes it's not even a Plexus-related fear. Sometimes it's a fear of success. Sometimes it's a fear of what other people think about you, or, I mean, it can be very far-reaching. So I would just encourage you, and it's a very, very beneficial thing to be able to overcome fears, to not be kind of imprisoned to the things in our mind that may or may not be true. Most of the times they're not even true. They're like irrational even. So kind of identifying those is good. And then lastly, don't compare your journey. Everyone's journey is completely different. Some people, it may take you 4 years to get where you want to go in your business. But you know what? You're going to be getting healthier, happier, growing as a person, and being able to share with other people all along the way. And that is a good thing. And that's a success. And you know what? Your warm market, the people closest to you, may not be interested in Plexus until they hear about you talk about it for 3 years. Seriously. There may be, there's people close to me that are not open to Plexus. They don't talk to me about it. And that's okay. You know what? They may never. But, I know what I have in my hands to be able to share with other people, and it can be completely life-changing. I'm not the tired mama that's catching every bug all the time, feeling yucky anymore. Besides the fact that I was exposed to mold and had a lot of health issues from that. I feel so energetic, so enthusiastic and happy and healthy. And I want other people to feel that way too, because I know what it's like to try to be a good mom and you just feel awful, and then trying to be patient and thoughtful and sweet to your children in the meantime. Yeah, I know. So we have something of value to share with other people. So anyways, that's kind of a real fast run through of what I feel like is important as you're starting a Plexus business. And, or even if you're just considering maybe I'll work this a little bit. So those are just a few things that have kind of stuck out to me that I have felt like would be helpful. Do any of you have any questions? Chantel and Natalie, and maybe there's some others that I can't see on here. I'm not sure. We had a few more earlier, but maybe people had to pop off for some reason. But we have about 5 minutes left. You guys have me for 5 minutes, so why don't you guys ask some questions and just unmute yourself? Or here, let me try to unmute all of us. If there's too much feedback, then we might have to unmute one by one. That way we can chit chat for whatever questions you guys have, some things that are on your mind. I know that you probably have some.
I have a question, actually.
Yeah.
So I have quite a few new ambassadors, but I guess I don't know, where to go from there. I don't know how to train a team. I feel like all of a sudden it's catching up to me, and I've so I started, I guess it's almost been 2 months, October. And so there's 18 girls, and I'm I don't know, I feel like I'm still learning so much myself. I don't know how to train them.
Yeah.
About selling. I just don't know or how to get them, I don't know if they really want to share yet. So did you wait as well to see if they wanted to share, or do I just send them I don't know. How do I grow how do I help them personally, not just growing my team, but just having them grow? Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
I think probably the first thing I would do is ask them, go through and kind of connect with each one. Even if you just did a little phone call with each person, just snap it out to 15, 20 minute phone call, and just ask them hey, ask them their goals. Because sometimes people would surprise you, they're watching and they're curious, but they have not communicated that. Because that's kind of how I was. And honestly, if my sponsors would have kind of had a phone call with me from the get-go and said, hey, you want to do this with me? I think I would have jumped in faster than you know what I mean? Because it took me a month or two before I was really caught the vision. But I think if I would have been encouraged to, hey, let's do this.
Okay.
It's just kind of the perspective of, hey, you want to link arms with me and do this? It'll be super fun. Are the girls local to you?
Probably at least half of them. Yeah, most of them.
Because I would probably have a little meet at the coffee shop, or have a little get together. Just have a little party. And it doesn't have to be oh, this is ambassador training. I mean, nothing like that. But hey, we're going to do a little Plexus powwow. We're going to get together and have some coffee or hors d'oeuvres or whatever. And then you can maybe get a feel for where people are at, what they're thinking.
Okay.
And that team, like people want to be part of a team. They want to be part of something. And so some of your girls may want to just get their products covered, share a little bit. And then there might be others that are like, well, I don't know. Could I do this? Because that's kind of where I was at. I was like, I don't know. Maybe I could be gold. Maybe I could, or, like I was just kind of, maybe I could be gold. 20 people.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good idea. The meetup. I like that. Yeah.
In-person stuff is so beneficial.
Yes. Okay.
Natalie, do you have any questions? Hopefully we don't look too intimidating, Gabriel. Do you have any other things off the top of your head, Chantel?
I guess, no, I don't think so. That was my big question. Just going from there. Yeah.
Well, awesome. So you're close to gold. You have 18.
I think so. I am like a couple people are on the fence with like dropping off, so I'm not sure.
Hopefully this new year will get them inspired to stick with it a little bit longer. Some people take a little bit more time than 2 months. That's actually kind of quick.
Yeah. I know. I'm excited about the new year. I think that will be.
Yes, it'll be huge. So keep working. Okay. All right. We have less than 1 minute. So if you come across any questions, just PM me and we can chat over there.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for being on. Bye.